I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down.
That's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey?
Austria.
Austria? Well then, good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
Let's not.
That's right, Al. Tampa Bay is an excellent, excellent football team. But the Vikings have a great football team, too. Al, my prediction is that whoever puts the most points on the scoreboard will probably win tonight's football game. We'll be right back after this.
Good evening, Talkin Trasher. Did I do that right? Welcome to episode 145. Jimmy's missing tonight, so I'm trying to fill his shoes. Not easy shoes to fill, but that's us. We're here, episode 145. Nice round number. We always like stuff like this. And a super special thing tonight. It is Will is celebrating an anniversary of sobriety, which we love. Very happy to do that. Attaboy, Willie. We're proud of you. Let's see. We do. We'll do our preamble, and then we'll get into the fun we have planned for this evening.
This is our humble broadcast where ethics and personal anonymity are of the utmost importance. We run this podcast as an act of service to those whose lives have been affected by addiction. We do not do it for profit or notoriety. We place principles before personalities. We benefit from this podcast just as much as anyone else. We all work programs and choose to sacrifice our own anonymity to spread the message that recovery is possible. We do this thing in an attempt to show as living examples that no matter how far down the scale we have gone, our experience can benefit others. Not only is that the 9th step promise, it's our creed we abide by here on Talkin Trash.
Please join us in a special moment of silence as we honor the American lives taken from us by the evil that runs in this world. Tonight, our moment of silence represents the still sick and suffering addict and our grieving nation. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. All right, here we are, talking trash. Hey, episode 145. We're just hanging out tonight. It's October. Things are happening, going back to school, sports are starting, the whole world goes nuts. It's a big recovery month, actually, and we're going to be here with you through the whole thing, culminating in my birthday at the end of the month. Very excited about that. Will. So, our boy Will is, he is 2 years sober. Whoops. Hi. Willie, hey, how you doing, bud?
Yes.
Coming.
What's that?
There you are. Welcome. How are you doing 2 years.
I'm doing great. I'm doing a lot better than I was.
Yeah, you were sick, huh?
Because I was sick, but otherwise, I'm doing wonderful.
Good.
Oh,
We're good. We missed you. We haven't had a full cast here in a few weeks here.
the holidays.
Yeah, that's Will. Let me see here. Looks like I got a little Will intro here. This is fun.
Willa.
Okay, son. Just remember to have fun out there today. And if you lose, I'll kill you!
So, it's that time of year. Sports, we try to cater to everybody. We don't do a lot of sports on this show. Tommy Wilkes would have something to say about that. However, we're good here, and we just work in what's poignant. And this time of year, it's happening. October starts everything, and that's what we're here to do. But more importantly, Will Douglas is 2 years clean and sober. I moved down here 2 years ago and met Will, and his entire sobriety journey, I've been taken with him, and it's been a privilege. So,
Likewise.
So Will, I mean, 2 years ago when I met you in Georgia, Lawrenceville, Georgia, I mean, where was your head at? Did something change? I saw something change. I'm asking you an open-ended question. What clicked differently this time?
Well, it was a totally different style of rehab, but I think I went in with a totally different mindset. The mindset of I already know all this stuff. I've already done I've already done everything. I've never applied it, and I've never took actually healthy relationships away from meeting somebody, meeting other people,
Yeah.
So I'm just everything, and keeping in touch, like with you guys or with you, meeting from the rehab we were at, and it was more like just learn how to live now, not like what I need to, I already know what I needed to do. Now, how do I apply it? How do I apply it and still enjoy life?
Yeah, right. We got sober. We're getting sober in our adulthood. We've had a life already. We're not 18 years. This is my third in and out of rehab for the last 3 years on mommy and daddy's insurance. This is me and Will have. There's actually a lot of people like us now that are in middle ages finding themselves addicted or in a mess, so it's not, it used to be like the druggies with the little kids and they were coming in and out and nobody was living past 30. Now we are a little bit. And, it's just nice to have Willie here. Kajsa just got back from Canada and, what a trip they had up there. It looked awesome. I don't know what can you brief us, Kai, of how that went?
Oh my God. We had such a blast. Okay, so when I get there and I'm walking through this corridor, it's like a bridge, but it's up above where everybody's standing down below and where the baggage carousel is. And there's Jim with my winning, my Trashiope winning poster, right? Holding it above his head. So I start doing a dance.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. And then I came down the stair or the escalator. We just gave each other a big old hug. Then we got in the car and called you on FaceTime.
Yep, that you
checking
did.
in, letting you know I was there safe, and we ran. Jim is a very busy man.
He's very busy.
He's he was taking care of work, taking care of the AA stuff.
Yep.
For the conference, and and the interim taking me here and there and showing me all kinds of different stuff. But it was a blast. Jim is so much fun.
He's a doozy, isn't he?
Yeah, it's just like I've known him my entire life.
Yeah. And isn't that great?
We just hit it off like that.
What a testament in sobriety where you can have that kind of relationship with somebody just like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. No borders, miles, nothing got in between you two. I was shocked that it all went off without a hitch. Let's see. It is. We're doing a little sports theme just because I couldn't come up with anything else. But we're just, we're gonna look at some stuff. It's okay to go to games. It's okay to have fun in recovery. Not only is it okay, it's severely encouraged. So if you like sports, everything in moderation, of course, but you enjoy it. Watch sports, just don't let it run your life. Because as addicts, I know anything I got into, I let it run my life. Whatever it was running me. But here now, I realize that I'm bigger than something than myself. And if sports is your thing, And it is for a lot of people. And we're probably 60-40 male female here. But if sports is your thing, it's okay. Use it as a tool in your tool belt with your meetings and with your sponsor. But make sure you do it the right way. You don't overdo it. You don't put all your eggs in that basket, because we've done that before and it doesn't work out. So I've worked in sports my whole life. I've done graphics for pro sports teams, and that's kind of where the show comes from. And yeah, I was going through. I looked at my YouTube where I was trying to pull stuff. And I look at my YouTube, and my YouTube is from 2008, and it's half power play design video graphics, the other half is talking trash. So like I never set up a new YouTube, so like I started going through all my old stuff. We have come a very long way in 20 years. Look, watch this. This was acceptable for a team to pay me $1,000 for. Look at the quality of it. It's like I'm on a flip phone. I'm on a BlackBerry in 1994. It's like, but this is work that I did for people, and yeah, I just found all this stuff on my YouTube. I thought it was funny. We'll do a shuffle game later. But let's do a little daily reflections. Ooh, Jimmy's not here. Let's well, I gotta make sure I have it first. I do.
I have it. I have my book, and so you don't have it.
I mean, you can, if you want to read the screen, I do have it, yeah. Whoops.
Okay, daily reflections. Lest we become complacent. It is easy to let up on our spiritual program of action and rest on our laurels.
Mm-hmm.
We are headed for trouble if we do, for alcohol is a subtle foe.
That it is.
When I am in pain, it's easy to stay close to my friends that I have found in the program. Relief from that pain is provided in the solutions contained in AA's 12 steps. But when I feel good and things are going well, I become complacent. To put it simply, I become lazy and turn into the problem instead of the solution.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I need to
get into action to take stock. Where am I? Where am I and where am I going? A daily inventory will help me. Will tell me what I must change to regain spiritual balance.
Doing great.
Very good. Nice. Admitting what I find within myself to God, to another human being, keeps me honest and humble.
That it does. Kajsa, can you explain to some of our people what laurels are? Resting on your laurels.
Well, laurels are your butt, basically. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you don't want to sit back on your butt and do nothing. You've got to, stand up and move forward. Mm-hmm. Reach out to your sponsor, reach out to your friends in the program, and talk about what's going on. Because, when things are good, you kind of have your guard down.
Yeah.
And, like they said, alcohol is a subtle foe. Well, and drugs. And I'll tell you what, they're over there in the parking lot doing push-ups, just waiting patiently for you to slip up.
Yep.
So you've got to, you got to stay in the middle of the boat.
Absolutely right. And that goes with anything, moderation. Too much of anything is a bad thing. And that's the phrase my ex-wife used to say, too much of anything is too much. I'm like, no shit, dummy. So it's daily reflections. We just look back at what we need to look at daily, every single day. Our sobriety is rented. Kajsa just said it. Your disease is waiting for you. And I know mine is for me. I'm over 2 years, and I know, man, I can feel it. I can feel my disease hitting me a different way at 2 years. You're always going to be evolving, which is important. But it starts where you're at in rehab and inpatient sober house. We love that. We love the fact that these guys tune in and identify with us, because a lot of stuff, like, what are you going to put on, like a TED talk about something? We provide a little bit of entertainment, and it's our job. It's our duty to do so. So Straight and Narrow, Liftoff, Turning Point, The Burns House, and New Hope. Oxford Lakewood too. Sorry, Donnie. Forgot you.
Guys.
So those are people. Those 5-6 places on the screen. There's about 150, 200 people watching this program as part of their nighttime group. some go out of their way. Like Liftoff is Turning Point's East Coast, so they're doing their 8 o'clock group. But then like Liftoff, this is their 5 o'clock group. So everybody works this in, but they all know they can just put on any show and just be. You can play whatever you want, but they like the live aspect, and I can understand that. I like that too. So so that's it. Welcome to our program. We're just gonna bang around here. So like, all right, too much of anything is a bad thing. We know that. We've learned that firsthand. Is like where do you find the line to even walk too much and not enough, or like Kajsa, did you implement any hobbies, like something to fill the time when you first got sober?
Yeah, I started walking.
There you go.
Well, because I went to rehab on December 9th, 2019, and so I got out on January 7th, 2020,
Mhm.
and so it was about a month and, well, I don't know, a month or two, and then the
Yeah.
lockdown came.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so I couldn't go to meetings. They did have a noon meeting, but I am considered an essential employee, so I had to go to work, which I was so grateful for. But we didn't have to work all day, so I would get off, and it was still really nice, the weather was. So I put on my shoes, started walking, and lo and behold, I started to have my spiritual awakenings and
Sure.
experiences walking,
Yep.
and it was awesome. And you know, just getting moving just really helps your mind, body, and soul all together.
Yep.
And
So
that's
I think the point you bring up that is crucial is it gets you moving. It gets you physically moving. Whatever you can do, walk or whatever. Me and Will were both athletes. We played sports growing up, and there's a thing. Having obtaining a natural high is an absolutely real thing. I know if you're early in recovery, you think I'll never be happy or have fun like I did when I was shooting heroin or coke or whatever. That's not necessarily the case. I mean, you can you can work it together, kind of walk that fine line. Uh, when you were playing sports, like, do you remember any like specific things that happened? Like, I don't know, maybe you hit a home run or a double play, or can you recall that in your head at 40 years old, 43 years old?
I think I know what you said. You were cutting in and out. So,
Do you have memories of sports when you played
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
competitively? Yeah. I mean, it's an open-ended question. I know. My point is like I remember pretty much every goal I've ever scored. That is a natural high, and that's a huge weapon against addiction is finding different outlets. Now I can't skate, whatever, but I do other things now, and I did it throughout my life, so I know that's there. Yeah, there's nothing better than having a feeling like I'm thinking of a very specific goal I scored, and it wasn't like pro, it wasn't high school, it was just roller hockey. I was playing in a men's league. I was like 28 years old, and I scored an absolutely gorgeous goal that put us up for the win. And like I remember it like it was yesterday. Like I have family in the stands. I'm just a guy getting off work and going and playing hockey. But like, yeah, I mean that is a huge thing. And you gotta a body in motion stays in motion. And adrenaline, all that stuff gets kicking. And that's why people love sports so much because it gets that adrenaline going, it gets that excitement going. And it's an important thing to know, like whatever it is, walking, running, going to games, bowl, whatever it is you do, just make sure you know you're doing it in place of in place of your addiction. You're trying to find healthy new habits to work off of. So, Will, I have
and
this for you. Real quick, I'm sorry, I said real quick. Willie,
no,
that's your 2 year trip for you.
I'll
Way to
take
go,
it.
buddy. Proud of you.
Love you
Willie,
guys.
2 years. All right, guys. Sorry,
no, I just want to say that as time went on, I mean, I started doing a bunch of stuff, just all
Mhm.
kinds of stuff,
Yeah,
and having an excellent time doing it because here I am, I'm clean and sober. I can remember what I'm doing.
right.
I have a good time with my fellows, and I mean, we just do all kinds of stuff all the time, and even just sitting there, just having a conversation is a good time.
It is. Yep.
I mean, it doesn't have to be running from the popo or anything like that, but nothing quite that dramatic, but
Yeah.
it
But we're proud of that little stuff, little things, you know. We're proud
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
clean time and these little obstacles, because to us it's a big deal. To us, for me to be at 2.5 years clean, that's a big deal for me. So like, I either acknowledge it or I let it drag me down, and it's like kind of what Kajsa said earlier. There's a war going on, and anybody period, but especially in addiction, there's a spiritual warfare going on for your soul right now. The enemy's in high gear, and you have to seek out the sobriety in God, and you know, but it's warfare. There's a side of this planet, there are species, whatever, that does not want to see you succeed, and you know, the more we're aware of it, the more we can prepare for war. We can put on our armor and guard ourselves with our blade and all that. So like, yeah, at least you know you're fighting a battle that you can see.
And the best line of defense is to talk about it with
That
somebody else. Don't keep it rolling around in your head, because it starts as something small
Yep.
and you keep it in and it just grows and grows and grows. And you don't want to do that. You go talk to somebody. I know I've gone to meetings and I'm like,
Yeah,
blah, because I can't even like make a sentence, and they're like, oh, yep, I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, yep,
And that's a big relief, knowing that other people know exactly where I'm coming from.
sure, yep. I
So
didn't click go live on Instagram. So for everybody, I put out link. I'm sorry to cut you off. I didn't mean to.
okay.
I'm putting out. I'm getting messages from everybody. How do we watch it? I put out a link on our Facebook, and but like, who am I giving the message to? The person can't see it anyway. Anyway, whatever. Our Facebook, there's a link on our Facebook to another Facebook link. Just go on our page, you'll find us. We're live. Do what I can. We're still in the penalty box with them. So yeah, we're just we're trying to figure out how to live life as sober. Kaisa's got a good leg up on us, but she's kind of like our mentor. Kaisa's got 5+ years sober. That seems like a lifetime to me. But then again, 2 also seemed like a lifetime to me at one point too.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah.
mean, there's no, I only have such and such amount of days. No,
Hmm.
every single day you have, every minute you have is something spectacular.
Yeah.
And I just happen to have gotten started a little earlier, and every single respect of life
Yeah.
than you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, because I
Hmm.
was 57 when I got sober,
God
and
bless you.
started at 14, was a crazy woman for a long time.
Well,
But
glad you found us.
me too. I think the first time I was on with you was a year ago
It
in
was. I
October.
was just looking at my YouTube. I saw we did a dry run the day before, and we ended up
Yeah.
talking for an entire hour that time. Yeah, it's been a year. You know, this podcast has been out for about a year and a half. I've been down in Georgia for 2 years. As of like this week. Yeah, I mean, this thing is it's really grown, and we feel a responsibility, but it's rewarding. I mean, for me, I know it is for me, and when we play a role in something good that happened in the recovery community, we all rejoice in that. We all love that. You know, it's very rewarding. Let's hear real quick. So Will is 2 years sober. We are thrilled for him. We're doing some sports stuff, so I thought this might be fun. Let's do.
Oh, well, hi, Will.
Just to let you know, I can't. The only thing I can see is that I remember I was telling you on backstage. But I know I'm not, but I can't see anything on the screen except for you two guys. So.
Well, you know what? Will, you and I are on the kissing cam.
Oh, okay.
I'm kissing. Mwah! I gave you a little kiss on the cheek, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I don't know where Tim is, but
Yeah.
okay. So
I'm here. I had to remove myself to make Kiss Cam work.
oh,
Yeah, trying something
Oh.
new. Trying something
Because
new.
of my phone, because it says I'm backstage and I see you and then I see Tim. I mean, I see the daily reflections box in the middle, but I've already seen that. I've been looking at that first.
We're gonna I didn't realize it was that bad, and you were
And I
doing
guess
so many
Tim's is
things.
frozen too. But I see you and you moving. So
You don't, Kajsa, do you hear me?
oh, so
Yeah, I can hear
talking
you,
about
Tim.
earlier.
Yeah.
One of my counselors, he had a thing, it's called name it, claim it, tame it. So you name you name what's going on, or name the issue or whatever. Then you claim it, like you gotta claim, own it, and then you figure out how to tame it. Like
So,
keep it
what's
under
the first
control,
one?
or like if it's messing you up, how do you redirect
Claim it,
yourself?
name it, tame it.
Claim it,
No,
name it,
name or hold on. Name it, claim it, tame it.
name it,
Yeah, NCT. Name it, claim
name
it,
it,
yeah.
claim
Because
it,
you gotta name it, then you gotta claim it like it's your shit, and then you
and
gotta tame it.
what? Tame it. Oh, there. That's the doozy. That's the
Making
one I was looking
sense?
for. So yeah. So on the name it, claim it, tame it. Now
I
this is
just,
what we're.
I guess I don't know where Tim went to, so.
He can't hear me, Kaisa. Do you hear me?
But I do hear
I,
music in the
I,
background.
I can hear you, Tim.
This is crazy
Oh, I
town.
can't hear Tim or see
All
Tim.
right. All right.
Okay, so
How about now?
I guess that'd be enough. I hear music now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear music.
All right. I don't
And I
know,
hear
Will. Just
Kaisa.
just do your thing. I can't fix it.
Okay, talk about your name it, claim it, tame it,
So
Will.
yeah, what is your name it, claim it,
Oh, I
tame it?
thought I just did.
Do it again. Do more. Do us more. All right.
No,
Elaborate.
oh, no,
Elaborate.
essentially, it is what it sounds like, like, so like for people like myself, that have gotten clean and sober multiple times, we
Mhm.
always keep tripping up or falling up on the same issues, so you name those issues, whenever you find it, you name it, and then
Yep.
you got to own the shit and, like, recognize the pattern of it and then change it, tame it,
Claim it. Yeah.
do
So
something
it's
different.
it's identification, ownership,
If that makes
and
sense.
action. Yeah.
Action.
I guess he can't hear me
Perfect.
talking. Yeah. It's it makes sense. I'm kicking him out. He'll have to come back in. Will, come back in. Okay, he's gone. Bye, Will. So name it, claim it, tame it. All these little things that we have. We yeah, well, like fear, f everything and run. We love clean time, and we love acronyms and things that make things simpler. That's why I love the Serenity Prayer, because it just makes so much sense to me.
Mm.
And in the same way that recovery, you have to, well, goddamn him. All right,
Tim, I just want to say that
please.
in the beginning, when I was in rehab and all that, so we have to say the Serenity Prayer.
Yep.
So I know that times when I was like feeling crazy or whatever, I would say the Serenity Prayer, and I'd say it over and over and over. And I mean, sometimes I just say it all day long, in different increments, during the
Sure.
day. But that helped me so much. Um, you know,
It makes so much sense. It's three parts, kind of like claim it, name it, claim it, whatever
yeah,
you're doing over
exactly. I
there.
was just gonna say that.
Same
Same.
thing. You identify it, you take ownership of it, and then you can fix it and prepare for it next time. You learn from trial and error. If something doesn't work, do it differently. And yeah, that's the serenity prayer is, God grant me the serenity, give me the wherewithal, um serenity to accept the things I cannot change, which is a big thing, because as addicts we want to fix everything, or
Hmm.
we think we have to fix everything, but we can't. So identifying what we can and can't is where it comes into play for addicts. Myself, just knowing that black and white, can and can't. It's really important, especially for us, because we're addicts. We have such bad habits and ways of coping, and now we have to figure out a different way to cope. So yeah, I don't know. Will, are you alive, or what's
I
happening over
definitely
there?
am.
No, this is nice. You're part of the show. All right, let's do Kiss Cam. I'm just kidding.
Ah!
All right, let's
Better put
so
money in.
yeah, I guess I made some stuff. We'll go through this real quick. So yeah, it is 1:45. So yeah, it's a positive outlet. We have these outlets now open. Um, you may have to think differently about what you're going to do in recovery. Am I going to, join men's softball? Am I going to figure out how to crochet? Whatever it is, you gotta take that, because you have that energy in your body that you need to redirect it, from using and being in active addiction. You have all this extra energy, so if you don't like put things where they need to go, and do things in a certain manner, it's it can be very helpful. But like with us, we take everything to the extreme. So it's one of those things, like, it's a nice thing there. Sports fun to watch, playoffs, whatever. But then there's life after that. Like I have friends personally, especially my idiot friends, 43 years old. All they do is watch sports and gamble and play fantasy hockey. And like I'm not going to judge them because they get up and go to work every day and don't burn houses down. But like as far as I'm concerned, like yeah, that's it's important to everybody. So yeah, so like but when I like for me, when I got sober, I felt like I don't deserve it. I don't deserve to have fun. I don't deserve to
Ooh.
sleep in a comfortable bed. And that's really not true, but you just have to moderate everything. So I guess I don't know what I did here. I wasn't really paying attention. So yeah, all right, so the NFL, we could just look at I did this, we might as well look
Look
at it.
at it.
Look at it.
Mm.
The Buffalo Bills, they're like a big deal all of a sudden. I don't know
Oh wow, look
why.
at that. Look at that. Well, you
4
look at.
and they're building a new stadium right across from Highmark Stadium where they play now, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And
Does the roof close?
it doesn't, but you would think it would. But they have these big awnings that basically cover the whole stands. But there's one side that gets sun and one side that doesn't, and they set it up so the visiting teams have to stare at the sun every game. So I think that's funny. So
but that's probably the warm side too when it's freaking snowing.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yep, Buffalo's they're a different breed up there. The Steelers, they're 3-1. I won't bother that. Steelers, Browns, Bengals, Ravens, the Colts, and the Jags. They look good.
Texans suck.
Yep, the Texans do suck. LA Chargers, KC Chiefs. Yeah, they're
Look
2
at
and
Kansas City, 2-2.
Right.
Better step up
Yeah.
your game, boys.
Right. So yeah, and then there's the Eagles, of course. Mike Oxley's frothing at the mouth.
Oh yeah, they're like that's like the second coming of Christ nowadays.
Really? Oh my God, I'm so happy I don't live up there anymore because I remember getting all frothed up into the pandemonium, and it's just too much. That's not good for me. Detroit Lions, Manny, Green Bay Packers, Robin, Minnesota Vikings. Who do we know from Minnesota? Somebody. I don't know.
I don't know. Go Vikings.
Bears.
Woo-hoo.
Yep. And so look at this. I was looking at this. I love sports logos.
Oh, New Orleans Saints, huh?
Right, not doing great. But what caught my eye about this, the NFC South, is the Buccaneers logo. So they must have changed it back if it's their main logo. This is what they used to have, and I thought it was hideous. But like now, it's all just cool to be like retro chic and wear your old jerseys like when you first came out. So anyway, the Buccaneers have this stupid orange and red guy with so stupid. The Niners are looking good. The Seahawks, the Rams. That's a tough division. That's really it. We're just looking at basketball. Then hockey's. So last year we went through this together. It was fun. The Florida Panthers won the Stanley Cup. And that's what the playoffs like last year. Yeah, we had a great time going through the playoffs and watching the Panthers, and it was a good time. So, so what I wanted to bring up, what I love like expansion teams and new jerseys, new logos, new city, all that. And the last few years, it's been Vegas, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the Utah Hockey Club, which they're now called the Utah Mammoth, and the Seattle Kraken. That's right. They named their team the fucking Kraken.
Release the Kraken.
So there's new teams. I think it's cool. I love it. Notice the one province in Canada that doesn't have a hockey team. Notice the big white one in the middle. Not doing great there, Jim. So yeah, they
Regina.
Yeah, they started out as the Utah Hockey Club. They didn't name their team, and then they were going to name the Utah. But then they got into this huge battle with Yeti Corporation, the cooler places. So that didn't work out. So now they named them the Utah Mammoth. And I mean, I guess I don't know what the logo is all about, but
it's a mammoth.
Yeah,
it's a woolly mammoth.
So like it's a good
steroids.
logo. Yeah, on steroids, sure. A good logo to me is like this. It's got the flying P, the Flyers, whatever. So, but then I'm looking at this Seattle Kraken logo, and I'm pretty sure they got that from Suzuki. That looks very much like the Suzuki logo.
Yeah. Oh my God, it does.
Yeah, right. I just kind of noticed that. Yep, that's it. They stole that. So that's all. Like we said, you are welcome to have fun and do stuff. Just go to work and don't beat your kids. So anyway, we got Willie is he's doing great. It's been really it's been really nice watching you name it, claim it, and tame it. You're doing a great job, dude. We are
Thank you,
proud of
thank
you.
you.
A lot of people are
Appreciate
proud
it.
of you. My mom invited Will over.
Yeah, I saw that.
I said,
I saw
listen,
that.
Vic, let's not get out of control here. I don't know if we want Will here just yet. No.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, Jim and I talked about heading up y'all's way.
Yeah.
Come on
And
down. Harvey, come on
yeah,
over.
all of us, all four of us get together and,
Yes.
run around Georgia for a little bit.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to do some
Come
crazy
on.
shit going on.
Okay.
All right. Little seventh inning stretch. Why not? Yeah.
Seventh inning stretch is cigarette time.
Yeah, I'll be right. I'll be back in 1 second. Tim, read your message.
Okay. All right, I did that for someone who asked me to do that. So you're welcome, Mr. Person, that I just accommodated. And so where there's a will, there's a way, and we have
Come
a
on.
will, and he is finding a way, and we're happy. So Will, you were sick just the last few days. You missed the show. So what, like, I know like when I get sober and I get sick, like that to me, the only answer isn't Sudafed or cold medicine. It's opiates. That's the answer to a cold for me because I'm such a baby. I'm aware of that, but like when you were going through that, did you just want to change how you felt? Like not that you would, but did it come across like that it feels like shit, like doing this? Like, am I
Well,
making
the
any
thing
sense?
is like, so I got COVID this like last Wednesday's show. Like as soon as we got off, I was like, oh, like I just got sick fat. I mean, like I ate something and I was like freezing. And I had the first time I had COVID, I was strung out on dope. But I mean, like I
Mm-hmm.
didn't get. I mean, like I was around people. I didn't wear a mask. I mean, like, all that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't as bad, then. But this time, I mean, like yeah, like I kept on thinking back. I'm like, oh, the first time because I knew that I had it by. It was exactly like that when I got it the first time, but I had no energy to even want to get out of bed and go. And I mean, I just wanted to
Mm-hmm.
stay my ass in bed, and yeah, I mean, like,
And you have a hot tub.
I mean, oh, that
Hot
would have been
dog.
nice. I would have loved to go on and gotten it, but like it was just I didn't even want to get up and go to the bathroom. So I mean, like,
I know it.
Nah, it sucks.
I remember like, we're just I'm a baby. I know I'm a baby. I make the
Mm,
worst, especially
me
in
too.
yeah, especially in early sobriety. Like I know like every little muscle ache. It's that's it. I'm done. I'm out of here. Get a trigger point in my shoulder or whatever it is. So all right, Will, you're the birthday boy. Let's play a little game I like to call it's Jay's Pizza Shuffle. So like, all right, so yeah, Jay is a proud sponsor of this of this promotion. Will follow the pizza. There's one on the right there, and
yeah.
this is the 3-card Monty. Let's see if you can do it.
Am I supposed to? Yeah.
It's gonna move. Yeah, it's
Oh yeah.
graphics from 15 years ago. Riveting podcasting, people.
Yeah.
Riveting. All right, well, what do you think, buddy? Oh, wait. Wow, this is a long one. Now, there's a time in the world where 10,000 people were watching this. All right, well, what do you think?
I'll go with number one.
Number one. Let's see. I don't know. Nope. Wrong.
Oh.
So when
Yeah.
You blew it. Way to go, Jay's Pizza Shuffle. Our one sponsor, and they're gonna leave us because of you.
Yeah. No,
I got a
well.
lag on my internet, so it was.
I know. I know, I'm sure. All right, so I wanted to read just for today early. No, never mind, forget it. Nope, not doing that. Not doing that. All right, so Kajsa, how are you doing, just in general? Like you're home now?
Well, let me tell you. Yeah, I'm home now from work, and something happened on Monday. Actually, it's been kind of an ongoing thing at work. and I had it up to here,
Hmm.
and I got so mad. That is the maddest I've gotten since I've been sober. Um, and I was shaken.
Yeah.
I was almost crying because I was ready to fight. So, and I knew that things, if I stuck around in 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 the shit, sat in there playing in it,
Yeah.
something potentially really bad could happen, and I don't want to revert to my old ways. So I left. I removed myself from the situation, and I came home, and I was really angry. But there's some stuff I had to get together for my mom.
Hmm.
I have it all in a folder because I got another appointment on Friday with the Medicaid people, and I started going through that,
Mm.
and next thing I knew, I had everything but like one piece of paper, and I wasn't that mad anymore. Of course, I did
Mm.
talk to my sponsor,
Right.
and but boy, I was very proud of myself that I could actually that I knew that something potentially really bad could happen if I stay here, and so I left. I left,
Good for
and
you. Good for you. That doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean. It just
mm-mm,
means you know when it's time to take action,
yep,
and
gotta
you
go.
don't have to fix everything, but just removing yourself from a situation sometimes is the best course of action. And I know for myself, I can speak for myself on this. I'm not as impulsive as I used to be. I'm still not great, but like
Right.
when I was using an active addiction, I was so impulsive. I was so reactionary. I was so afraid of being exposed, and so to have coping mechanisms that I've learned through not only the show and meetings and stuff like that, but just from staying sober, just staying sober itself. Yes, there's a difference between recovery and sobriety, but if all you have to do is just stay sober to be sober for that moment, that's fine. If that's what you accomplished during that hour, you didn't drink, good enough. Move on to the next one. We get
Yeah.
so wrapped in our heads on
Yeah. Well,
we get
also Monday nights I chair my big book study, a group.
yeah,
So
you love
I
that
knew
room
I
that
knew that was yeah. It's
yes
it's a great meeting. And we finished the first 164 pages. And normally it's like it starts over, but I was like, well, since we did that, how about we start reading the stories in the back of the book?
yeah
Because I mean, we can all relate to something, all of it, part of it, whatever, and everybody's like, yeah, wah! Yeah. Um, so, definitely talk to my sponsor and then, and a meeting after
yeah
that. And, I got out of my head by doing something else for someone else, my mom.
yeah
And, it's just, I'm really glad that didn't happen earlier in sobriety
yeah
because
right.
I can't promise, that it would have been like this, but I absolutely removed myself,
Good.
and that
It's like you
that's the
didn't have to
best
have the
thing.
answer. You just knew it was dangerous, and you just had
Yeah,
to get out of there. You don't
and
have to fix everything at once. Yeah,
I didn't have to sit there and wait for that certain person to walk in the door to see what they're going to say.
yeah.
Matter of fact, as I was pulling out of the driveway, she was pulling in, and I didn't even look at her. I just,
I hate people. God, I hate people. Yep. And it's just people are assholes. We're assholes. I'm an asshole. I don't mean it. I just, we all do have our levels of assholeness.
yeah,
But like, yeah, it's something at work like that, especially, where you work. You're tenured. You've been there for forever, and to get in that frame of mind, I'm surprised I didn't read about it on the front page. Like
yeah,
that's crazy. I didn't know that happened. And that's kind of what we're talking about. Replacing one addiction with another. Not always a good thing, but it can be a tool in the beginning to just don't do this, do that, and see what happens from that. And that's what Kajsa did. She didn't do this, she did that, and she removed herself from a volatile situation, an inflammatory situation.
hmm
Um, Me, I drop the gloves right then and there. Let's go. I hate arguing, and just it gets into a point where like no more words. That's probably why I played
yeah,
hockey, because in hockey, you get to a point where you're just like, all right, let's punch each other in the face, go sit down for 5 minutes, everybody's happy. I wish we could do that in regular life. We can't. Cops get involved and stuff, but like,
yeah.
yeah, you
People
have to.
frown on that.
They do a little. So yeah, we have to. I'm coming, Mikey. We have to do these things. Whether it's removing yourself from a situation, whether it's following a sports team, playing fantasy sports, watching the news, binge watching a show, whatever. You got to fill your time now, because when you get sober, you realize how much money you actually have and how much time you actually have.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're using, you don't have any money or any time for anything. Um, Surprising how that works out. So, all of it is just not to get high. And if there's a lot of people in our society that they relapse right about now. And there's people that relapse in July. It doesn't matter. But the people in October, it's tough. It's a hustle bustle. It goes right into the holidays. This is where you're no longer on summer break, no longer at the beach. Now you're back into life, and like, yeah, it's a
And yeah,
transition.
the holidays coming up, and people are used to just throwing down,
Hmm.
and
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
God dang, I remember when I was in rehab, and I woke up on Christmas Day, and
Ugh.
I was like, thank you, God, thank
Yeah.
you for making me, letting me be here today. And I remember that was like the first gratitude thing I
Gratitude.
really
Yeah.
realized that I had. And then New Year's Eve came, and
Ugh.
New Year's morning, and guess what? I woke up clean and sober in
That
the
girl.
rehab, and I was really grateful. And that day they wanted all of us to, the gals, to bus over to some other place in Pasadena, and I said, because who's out driving around
Yeah.
on New Year's Day,
Right.
but people that have been using.
Yeah.
And so I told the gals that we were all getting ready to go. I said, I don't want to go. I don't feel
Mm-mm.
safe. There's crazy people out there. Blah blah blah. I ended up going to the director of the rehab and convincing her to let us stay there instead of, yeah.
That checks out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That tracks. Yeah. Only you. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like like usually with us, with four of us talking trash, like there's a problem, we go right to each other. That's our first line of defense. But like if there's something that bad that I didn't even hear about it till 2 days later, it was bad because it was private. Sometimes we lean on each other for support. Not sometimes, like all the time on everything, and we're always there for each other. But I'm shocked. This happened what, 2 days ago, Monday.
Have a Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't tell Timmy.
Well,
No,
Timmy, I didn't know if you were
I,
asleep
I
or,
know. Just,
Right?
I'm just
I
In
kidding.
mean,
jail.
you and I, we don't keep the same hours.
Right, we don't. No, I'm just kidding.
So,
I'm just
which is
busting.
fine, which is fine. I love you for who you are,
I love
regardless of how
you.
you sleep.
Yep,
No,
I don't sleep well, but yes, it's just, I don't know. It's that's 2 days of that, and that's crazy. Like that's a serious situation. I've been in that situation where I have thrown down, and ruined stuff. Like just nothing good comes from being reactionary.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so
and it would have ruined. I mean, it would just,
of course.
I can't, I just can't react like I used to.
Nope.
It's just not, and then after the afterward thing, like step 10 is,
Yep.
you do inventory of a daily inventory and promptly admit when you're wrong. Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry I smashed you in the face with my Stanley
Yeah, that
cup.
doesn't work. Yeah,
That's
right.
wrong. That's wrong. So I don't want to do, I don't want to be that person. And
No.
actually, walking out, just leaving, I was like,
Empowerment.
victory. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a life victory. Little things like we're just trying to learn how to live like normal human beings and not
right.
mess everybody else's lives up. For me, when I get bored and think about fighting, I look back to 2001 where I got the
Oh,
Physique
let's see.
Academy. I am number 21,
Oh, there
and
you go.
yeah, I got it pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Got
Got
it
a
pretty
couple.
good.
You get in your head.
17th,
So they
2000.
break you up when you hit the ground or hit the ice.
No, they break up. Like then it's over. He dumped me. Watch what he does. He does the dust off like with his hands. Like, oh, no big deal. Timmy, yeah,
Oh
easy,
yeah, I took
yeah,
care of
my
that.
light work. Well, we went again in the third period because of that one, and he
Did you
apologized
dust your
after the game.
hands?
I didn't know. I just it was a me. I got ejected from the game from going after him. But like for me, like I had that for years. This outlet of a game that I would go play, and it didn't. It wasn't number one in my life. Number one was going to work and paying the bills. But I had this extra time to have a hobby. So I played men's league hockey later on in life, and like yeah, like that. It's good for you, right? And this isn't like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, like how to, what are your food groups? It's just like it's a positive thing, obviously, and doing that instead of shooting heroin is better, and that is a simple statement, but it's true. It's we have to figure these coping mechanisms out. Will, do you have anything like clever that you do, like I don't know, chew on mint or whatever? Like, you have any kind of like coping mechanisms?
Tree bark.
Tree bark, toad
Smoking,
frogs,
yeah, cigarettes.
yeah, cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Right, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and
I
that
mean,
can.
whenever I mean, my thing, I don't know. I saw it was in an interview, it was on TikTok or something like that, but somebody was saying, like everybody, there's all kind of. I can psychologically mess with my head. Like when I
Oh
know that
yeah,
I need to do something or change the pattern or whatever, I can go ahead and I can start like changing that pattern, knowing that I have to do that. Like I can
right.
I mean, like even though I know I'm playing or whatever myself, but it starts at like a pattern or whatever. But usually like if I get upset or like if something, I can be driving and just like get myself all worked up about nothing for no reason,
Mm-hmm.
like just thinking about shit. But if I can just change that thought and just start thinking of something like for at least 15 seconds or like 5 seconds at least, and then
Yeah,
because I have ADD really bad, like really really
yeah.
bad,
You and
so
me
it takes
both.
no time for me to like change. I don't stay. I never stay mad like longer than a minute at somebody if I even get mad. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
that's a gift.
Mm-hmm.
That's
it's
a
not
gift
worth
right
it
there.
Yeah.
doing. Like it's
No,
a lot of times if people are getting upset and mad, I have a tendency to laugh. I mean, like I don't know. It's like
I do too. I know how
I
inappropriate. Oh
I'm
God.
yes yeah. Like I'm the person that laughs at funerals like or whatever.
Like I came. Will is the reason I came up with this podcast, and I'll explain why. When me and him were both at the facility we're at, I, I would do my usual thing in the van with 10 other guys, cracking like I'm doing on stand-up comedy or whatever, and Will would laugh at everything. He would chuckle at every misspelled. I'm like, this guy's great. This guy was and I said to him in the van, I'm like, dude, we got to do a podcast because you'd be good on a podcast. Yeah, it was. That's pretty much. But like, you need that. You need a little the audience, the peanut gallery, laughing a little bit.
But
Well, yeah.
but the funny thing though is like especially like when you first get to rehab, just figuring out the littlest things that like set people off, and you're just like, damn, like I mean, it just cracks me. I'm like, oh my, this is some serious shit. I'm like, I mean, I need to be grateful for mine. I'm like,
I
damn.
I
But
thought me and Tommy were becoming friends, and I said something just off color, just a little bit, trying to have fun, and he's like,
oh
"This
my
is
god,
this is an A B conversation. You can see your way out."
he
I'm
was
like,
being
"What the
dead serious.
dead serious?" That was his legitimate response to that situation. So
No.
yeah, he's just a friend. Tommy. He used to be on the show. Tommy's a good dude. He would love the sports thing. Oh my god. He we were taping a show once, and I did something. I was like, I cut him off, and I'm like, all right, Tommy. Nobody wants to talk about football anymore. It's a rehab podcast, and he's like, just stops. I do. I want to talk about football. And me and Oxley are looking at each other like, what do we do? Do we stop? Do we go? What do we do? So so yeah, Tommy was a good time. He loves his sports. But a lot of people do, and it's you know you're gonna have more money, you're gonna have more time, you're gonna have your faculties about you. Go enjoy life, and
Yeah, absolutely.
you get
And
sober
yeah,
to
don't
hide.
and there's this rule number 62, don't take
Yeah.
yourself so seriously.
Yep.
And give yourself some grace and laugh at yourself,
Yeah.
because
No.
it it's very freeing to be able, you see you made a mistake, and I freaking crack up, man. I'm like,
Yeah.
ha ha, hot
That's
Tim.
where you want to be. That's really did that to me too, but I'm used to it. No, that's exactly where you want to be. Everybody takes themselves so seriously. It's to what degree do we, draw the line and be like, I'm a nobody, I'm okay, I don't need to, be something I'm not. And yeah, this our whole culture, TikTok, everything. Everybody's trying to be somebody they're not, trying to put on some kind of show about, whatever. It's like, if you're doing that, you're missing life. So like,
Hmm.
and yeah, cut yourself some slack. Um, Kajsa said, give yourself a break. That's the opposite of what you want to do when you're 5 days in a center somewhere. You don't want to. You're not giving yourself a break. You are beating the shit out of yourself because now you're sober and you have to look behind you and you can see clearly the path of destruction. Now you have to deal with it because you're sober. And that's
And you're rewiring. Rewiring your mindset.
Yeah.
That does not happen overnight, but
Nope.
little tiny steps. And then before you know it, you'll go, oh wow, that's a change in perspective.
Yeah.
And I promise you, it will happen if you work at it.
Yeah.
And it's daily work.
Yep.
Like Jim always says, our rent is due every day.
Yep.
You've got to
Yeah.
you've got to keep moving forward, and you'll evolve, and things will change. And I mean, just like me, I didn't stay there to get in a fist fight. I left, and
Yeah.
so that wouldn't happen.
Yeah. I can't. I mean, I feel like I don't know. It's just our old way of doing things doesn't work all around. Like we have to change how we do everything. How we, how you conduct yourself when people aren't looking. That's a big thing. People, if you're
That's
looking.
that's integrity.
Integrity, sure. And
Mhm.
it's what it's I don't know. It's you're doing a good thing, but you're not patting yourself on the back because you're doing
And
a
you
good
don't
thing.
tell anybody. You just
Right.
do it.
Yeah. And then that next right step thing that just do the next right thing. If that's all you can do, then do it. But like people do, like I used to remember they used to say like, oh, if you walk 10 miles into the woods, you gotta walk 10 miles back out. I heard that early in recovery, and I was like, I don't want to walk 10 miles back out. It was hard enough getting here. I'm not walking back out. But what they don't tell you is you didn't lose those years. When you about face and you come back the way you went, you get better as you go, but it doesn't all happen at once. So yeah, like our old way of thinking did not get us here on a winning streak. And I'm it's little thing. This podcast, I know a whole bunch of people that just watch it. Like they just throw it on in the background while they're doing something, and they consider it part of their recovery. And like that's been the most rewarding thing for me personally is knowing that we're part of people's daily recovery. It's just it's a blessing to us. But you have to seek this stuff out. You have to seek out support groups and meetings, and nothing changes if nothing changes. So that's a fact.
You're muted.
You're muted.
He's playing with his
There
fingers.
we go.
Did that just happen? I think I hit him.
Yeah.
Only
Okay.
for about like one word or two, maybe.
Good. All right. So then this.
1, 2, 3, ho! Hot tub, hot tub, I'm full of water. I say hot tub, hot, stay, very hot, stay.
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
I love it. Yeah, we like doing stupid shit around here. Did I play Jim Carrey? I don't remember if I did that or not.
In the very beginning.
But a
Yeah,
shrimp on the
Shrimp on the
bobby.
bobby.
I have so much stuff. Let's try the kiss cam again. It'll be me and Will this time. I'm gonna remove Kajsa from the screen. Let's. This might actually work. Hold on a second. Oh my God! Do you see this? This is ridiculous.
I don't know. I mean, like.
All right, out of control here tonight. Jimmy leaves us. We go off the rails.
And y'all are kissing.
Yeah, a little something.
No.
Little
Oh, yeah.
something.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, we do our thing. All right, so let's read our. Oh, just for the dazzle, nazzle, all right. Coming. All right, just for today.
Not just a motivation for growth. We learned that pain can be a motivating factor in recovery. Pain, who needs it? We think whenever we're in it, we see no good purpose for pain. It seems to be a pointless exercise in suffering. If someone happens to mention spiritual growth to us while we're in pain, we most likely snort in disgust and walk away, thinking we're never encountered a more insensitive person.
Yep.
But what if a human being didn't feel pain, either physical or emotional? Sound like an ideal world? Not really. If we weren't capable of feeling physical pain, we wouldn't know when to blink foreign particles out of our eyes. We wouldn't know when to stop exercising. We wouldn't even know when to roll over in our sleep. We would simply abuse ourselves for lack of natural warning systems. The same holds true for emotional pain. How would we know? How would we have known that our lives had become unmanageable if we hadn't been in pain? Just like physical pain, emotional pain lets us know when to stop doing something that hurts. But pain is not only a motivating factor. Emotional pain provides a basis for comparison when we are joyful. We couldn't appreciate joy without knowing pain. Just for today, I will accept pain as a necessary part of life. I know that to whatever level I can feel pain, I can also feel joy, giddy like a little schoolgirl.
There you go. All right, well, that's
All right,
just
Getty
for
like
today.
a schoolgirl.
Yeah, I'm so happy. I like to talk about that though. This is a big
I know
one.
you would.
Physical pain. I am in it every day, 24/7. It's just bearable sometimes. Sometimes it's not. It's a whole new aspect for me dealing with physical pain. But physical pain lets you know something is wrong. So it's not a bad thing. And if without good, there's no bad. You know what I mean? So if there's
It's got to be both.
it's got to be both moderation,
yang.
yep, back and forth, and just to be aware of it, and I think is enough, So it's all good. As grower, not a shower. See what I put? See what I did? All right. So very very grateful. Recovery month was good. We appreciate everybody's support, and yeah, I think we got good stuff coming up. So hang with us. We love you, and say goodbye, friends.
Hola.
Bye, friends.
Hasta la vista.
Different endings, so just hang with me.
Happy trails to you till we meet again.
You stay classy, San Diego.